Perry, and I'm currently a third grade teacher at Dorsey Elementary. I'm also the I3, and I'm going to show you how to use Classdojo. It's really pretty easy, and it's a great tool in the classroom. So the first thing, you just go to classdojo.com and you click sign up. If you're not there, you would sign in as a teacher. I'm going to use a personal account for this to show you what to do. And I've got my password, I'm signing in, and I'm going to say yes. It's going to let me sign in. No, I don't want to save. And I need to find my school. Your school may be there for other teachers, and it may not be. So I am looking for Dorsey, and we recently switched over to a school account, so I'm going to use my old school account. I'm going to say join the school. I want to continue. You would use your Garland ISD email, of course. So these are all the things you can use with Classroom Dojo, and you can pick any of them. I use managing behavior. I use collaborating with social emotional, classroom tools, communicating with families, and that's pretty much what I use. I am, of course, third grade, and I create my new class. You can add co-teachers if you need to. I right now will say I have no co-teachers, so I don't have them. Here's where I can add my students. You are welcome to copy and paste your student list, but just for an example, I'm just going to add a few different names. So let's see. I'm going to add I need names. I'm going to add Uncle John. And I'm just going to add two students for now. You can add your whole class. You can copy and paste your entire class, and that works too. So I'm going to save. You can click Connect Families, and what it will do is you can email parents directly, or you can download a printout that will look very similar to this. And you print it out and send it to parents, and they are able to log in at home. They can do it on a phone with the phone number. They can do it through email. It's an app that they can use. So it's really nice for parents who do not have emails, but they have their phones. And I just realized it looks like this. Sorry. And so you just would print this out and give it to the student. The student can also log in at home. And they get to change their avatar, and there's other ways that you can do that. You can go and edit your class, all your info, change your picture. I'm going to leave it there. You can add or remove students. You can show them how to log in at school, and that's fun. They like to log in at school, and you would pick how they log in. With my current class, since they do have Google accounts, I picked sign in with Google. And then they will have to go in and get added to their class. So you can sign them in with Google. You can, again, add your families. And this is the fun part, skills. This is where you add whatever you want them to get points for. I'll go ahead and import from, well, this have from a demo class. You can add them however you want. I'm going to add a skill. You know what? I want them to behave at specials in art. And if the art teacher says they did a good job, I'm going to give them 3 points. They can get up to 5 points per skill. I do Classdojo points for pretty much anything I can think of. Maybe the class got an entire compliment. That's 5 points. Maybe they brought a paper back that I needed signed by a parent. That's going to be like 1 to 5 points, depending on if they brought it back the very next day, or maybe they didn't bring it back for like 3 days. When we had Imagine Math, when they passed 5 lessons, I would give them points. You can pick anything. It is arbitrary. You can pick whatever you want. You get they get a compliment in the hall, or the librarian says they did a really nice job. Some teacher gives them a compliment. You can give a point for anything that you want. You can also take away points if you need to. It's your choice. I usually don't do anything more than like 1 point. So if they're talking too much and they need to lose a point, they're only losing 1 point. They can gain 5 points from anything, but they don't lose 5 points at one time. And they're always told and given options. They're always told and given options that they can not lose points. It's only as a last resort to lose points. But you can add the points for anything: throwing things, running, yelling out, talking back, being disruptive. So you can do that. It's basically, you're limited by your imagination what you want their points to be, and you can do it however you want. I can go into points that have already been put in. Like, this is persistence. You know what? The child's been working harder. They really should get 3 points for persistence. So I can update it however I want. Parents, you can choose. Do you want parents to see every point that you give them? Do you want them to see only the positive points or no points at all? That is, again, your decision. If you want to add a co-teacher, maybe your school does use Classdojo, so you can add the specials teachers. My school currently has the specials teachers connected, the counselor, and the assistant principal. And then we have our settings where you can allow comments on your class story, which I will talk about. Monster eggs. This is when the children log at home. That's something I haven't done a lot of experience with. So it is something more just for the children. You would have to get them to play with it to see how that does. But you can tell who hasn't logged in at home once you give them the option, because the eggs stay as eggs for a while. And there's my settings. So now we will go, what can I do? I've got my points. I've got everything I need. You can go to portfolios, and students can post pictures. Maybe they did a really good job on an assignment and they have to turn it in, but they want to post a picture of it. They can take pictures. You can create an activity for them. It's a math worksheet. It's a drawing, a video, anything you want. I don't use this as much, but it is there for you. Class story. This is what's fun, is maybe you took a picture of your class and something really cool was happening. They were working really well. So you took a picture and you can post it here for parents to see and other students to see, and parents can comment. And it's just like a little running away. Maybe you had a really cool day. Maybe you just want to post, hey, it was a really awesome day today. Everybody did a great job. We got a compliment from our principal on how quiet we were in line. We have a math test tomorrow. It's just anything to kind of let them know. And so it's fun. It's more, but everybody can see it. To communicate with parents directly, you can message these parents once they're connected. You can do an all parent. I put my newsletter into the messages and send the parents newsletters. However, if I need to contact Cassie's parents, I can contact Cassie's mom or dad privately. More than one parent can be connected. You could only invite one parent at a time, but parents can scan the QR code and they can add more than one parent. I do have that. Now, what I really like is this fun toolkit. The toolkit's so much fun. You have a timer. I mean, I know we have timers everywhere, but you can use this timer. What I love is random. And random's when I have a bunch of kids raising their hand and I want to try to figure out who I'm going to call on. Or maybe I have students that won't raise their hands. And so I want everybody to participate. So we do the random and they love it. Apparently I don't have enough for random. You can make a group. You can have it make groups for you, and you can decide if it's 4 groups or 3 groups, or you want 2 kids in a group, and it'll do it. We have the noise meter if we get too loud. You can type directions and leave those on the board. And it will, let's see, read for AR. And then they will get the direction in their book that says read for AR. You can do a think, pair, share, what questions you want to have. You can do your own question. You could put this up in the morning for SEL, and the students could talk to each other about that. You have today, that can be like your little, this is what's going on today, and you can show this to the students. And last, you can do music. I don't really do music, but it's here. There's a lot of things. Like I said, random is the one I use the most because it is fun to kind of do it, and they all look forward to see if their name's going to be called. And so that's one of my favorites is random. To give points, I don't know why it's not closing on me. There we go. You can take attendance if you want to. What's nice about attendance is if you want to do all class points, that child will get grayed out. And if your entire class earns a point and one student's not there, you don't have to go and block their name. It automatically just takes them there. You can select multiple students. So I think Cassie and Jungkook both need a point. So I'm going to give them a working hard point. But Cassie's working a little harder. Cassie's on task. I'll give Cassie the point. You can do a random. I still like giving. Everybody's doing a really good job. Who am I going to give a point to? And it comes up as Jungkook. So great job. So there's a lot of good things in here. You can also do the big ideas, which are good for SEL. Maybe you want empathy. You want to practice empathy. And so you've got a little video that you can show to the students to practice empathy. So you can just get in here and explore positive thinking, share. These are ways to help you getting started. And so there's just a few little videos to watch. They have started also a new game. So you can show your videos. It didn't come up, sorry. And you can just pick on empathy. You can show which video you want. They have come up with a new thing called Dojo Island. I don't have a lot of experience with Dojo Island for this simple reason that they don't really have it available to teachers yet. The students would log in, and once they're connected to your class, the students can log into Dojo Island. And it's a lot of fun. They played it, my class played it the other day, and I would save it for a Friday afternoon if you let the class play it because they get a little loud. They can see each other in there. They can like hide from each other. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not, like I said, it's not something I've had experience with because I can't get in there. However, the kids can. You can see, oh, this is the other thing I love, redeem points. This is my classroom store. I have all sorts of rewards. I have little goodies. I have snacks. I have special rewards like no shoes in the classroom, lunch with friend pass. I used to do computer passes, but now they have Chromebooks. I have a treat box. I have wear a hat. I have all sorts of little goodies. And I give them random points, like a snack might be 30 points, or sit with lunch friend might be 50 points. Or if I got some really cool pencils, those might be 100 points. Well, they come to me, I tell them how many points they have, and they're like, okay, I want this. She can redeem her points for whatever it was. Okay, lunch with friend. And those points go away from her total, but not her overall total. And so I love this. This is what I use every couple of weeks because it does take time because they always have to think about what they want. And then you find kids, if you have higher point totals, you have the students that will wait, save, and you have the students that want it right now. So it's kind of cool to see who is willing to save for the item and who wants something now, immediate gratification. So I love it. There's a lot of good things. If you are a school, it's a Norma. We're actually at a school account, and so we have a lot of teachers connected to classrooms, so they can go in and give points too. My specials teachers can come in and give points. I believe my assistant principal can come in and give points, and that's really the main thing. The best thing about using, you can change your password, language, messaging. You can have quiet hours. You can have, don't send me something on the weekend. You can check this. You can use the app too and check it on your phone if you want. You can, I don't personally, I just don't have it on my phone. You can do it however you need. But it's a really good tool. I've been using it for years. And the kids really enjoy it, especially now that there's a little bit more interactive that they can get in and do. You can, like I said, it's a really good motivational tool. Today specifically, I was like, hey, if we do this, I'll give you all 5 Classdojo points. Well, they did it, and they got 5 Classdojo points. And as they were working for me, somebody else came by and said something about it, so they got another 5 Classdojo points. So it's a good reward tool. I do take away points, but I do them at the last resort. Nothing else has worked. I've done everything else I can so that the points taken away are few and far between, but they have so many chances to earn points. And I think that's about it. There's resources if you need anything. There's all sorts. There's a teacher resource page where if you have any other questions, they have live training, they have a help desk, and they are so helpful. I've contacted them several times over the however many years I've used Classdojo, and they have always responded to me very quickly and were able to take care of my problems or my questions. So I highly recommend just getting in here and playing around and looking at everything that they've got. I am a mentor, so if you need any problem, and if you have any questions, you can always email me, ljperry@Garland ISD. So any questions? I hope you love Classdojo as much as I do. I have been using it when basically all you could do was give points and communicate with parents. And they've included so many more things. It's really, really a good tool to use in your classroom. So I hope you enjoy it, and and thank you so much. Bye.